This week on Discover Wisconsin, we visit some state parks where nature meets wow.
Hello and welcome to Discover Wisconsin.
This is an anthem for those who look for more and never say they've seen it all. Windows down, let's take a ride. The good land's great tonight.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Discover Wisconsin. I'm Stephanie Klett, Secretary of the Wisconsin Department of Tourism. Today, we're taking a look at some of Wisconsin's most award-winning and beautiful state parks. And we'll start right here in Baraboo at stunning Devil's Lake. Ben, how did Devil's Lake get its name?
So before European settlers were here, Native Americans occupied the area. They had given the lake the name Spirit Lake. And when European settlers came, they associated the name Spirit with devil and hence came up with the name Devil's Lake.
Well, there are so many unique geological features in this park. Give me a couple that are...
Sure. You know what we see, obviously with the bluffs and all the rock and how gorgeous it is, this is actually where Glacier Lake, Wisconsin drained out through this area down to where the Wisconsin River is. So that kind of helps shape the whole landscape. But no matter where you go here, there's great scenery.
How many state parks do we have?
So the state park system actually takes care of over 100 properties for the state of Wisconsin for our people. State parks, we have just under 50, but we have over 41 trails, we have 9 rec areas, and we have North Country Trail and Ice Age Trail properties as well that we manage. So we have a vast array of different property types that we manage for people that recreate in this great state.
Okay, so why should everybody visit a Wisconsin state park?
Well, I'm going to be a little biased because obviously working for the program, but we offer so many different outdoor recreation venues, from hunting and fishing and hiking and skiing and snowshoeing and camping and bird watching and ATVing, snowmobiling. But more importantly, I always will say Wisconsin State Parks are about creating memories. You're going to remember the day you came here, who you came here with, what you did, and the memories that you made that day. And those memories are going to last a lifetime. And oftentimes, we see generations of people that come back that make that same memory over and over again. That's why you need to come here.
I love that because that's Wisconsin tourism. We're all about memories.
Right.
And I'm about to make one of my own. I'm heading out on that water and I'm going to try kayaking. There's so much to do at Devil's Lake. Kayaking, canoeing, hiking, swimming, and if you're really adventurous, rock climbing.
Devil's Lake State Park is great for lots of activities, for swimming, for hiking, for camping. But the real gem, the great thing about Devil's Lake is the climbing. This is Britain's Buttress. It's the go-to for most people. There is a wide variety of difficulty levels. So the beginner can climb here. This is one of the most popular climbs for beginners. It's by far the best place in the Midwest for rock climbing. It has a ton of moderate climbs. It's really accessible. The approach to most of these climbs is really decent and ideal for families and beginners. So it's a great place to come and learn how to climb and really hone your skills. We built a gym in our garage, so we do a lot of climbing, and that's where our kids have started learning how to climb, and most of them have been climbing since they've been 1 or 2. And now Grace and Benaya are getting to the age where they can come out and they can practice their skills on real rock. I keep telling my kids I gotta keep working and training hard because in a couple of years they'll be out climbing me. So that's part of my motivation, is to keep up with them years on down the road.
When you get to the top, it's just really amazing. And I also like Like when you're stuck, you have to like, it's kind of like a puzzle. You have to figure out where your hands are gonna go and just try a lot of things. Sometimes there's other climbers nearby and I can get kind of embarrassed because they can hear my parents shouting at the top of their lungs, "You got it! Go higher! Come on, you got this! Go, Grace!"
It's great to have a passion in something that you do, but it's great to share it with your family too. So it's been neat to share this experience with them, and they're just starting to get to the age where they can do this now. I love to come out here and climb, and what better to come out here and climb with my family. So it's a neat adventure, and this is the ultimate goal and the ultimate experience. So
To find out more about Devil's Lake State Park, visit discoverwisconsin.com and click on the Wisconsin State Parks destination page.
Welcome back to Discover Wisconsin. Let's take a look at High Cliff State Park. I'm Mariah Haberman, and today we're in central Wisconsin at High Cliff State Park, home to Wisconsin's largest inland lake, Lake Winnebago. It's my first time at High Cliff State Park, so I had to find myself a hiking buddy. I found her in Baraboo. First of all, cannot believe I've never been here before.
I hear that from a lot of people. Can't believe this place existed and I didn't know it.
Yeah, it's stunning. Lived here for 4 years in this area and have never been here. Now, how do people use High Cliff State Park?
Well, there's running and hiking and biking and horseback riding.
I have a lot of respect for the runners, but I'm more into the serenity part. I want to hear Lake Winnebago, and I know we have the Niagara Escarpment to our left here.
Correct.
Absolutely stunning. I also keep hearing about some statue of an old Indian chief.
Yes, Chief Redbird. And that's at the end of the Redbird Trail, and as you continue on this trail, it connects to the Redbird Trail, and we will come out right by Chief Redbird.
That is huge. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, well, he has to be tall to look over Lake Winnebago.
Yes, he does. Oh my gosh, look at that view. Who was Chief Redbird?
Chief Redbird was the chief of the Winnebago Indians, and this was their land. It represents what High Cliff was and is now.
I think what I've really enjoyed about my trip to High Cliff today is just how much history is really involved with the park itself. But now I want to explore the park by horseback. I'm out here with the High Cliff Ridge Riders. Now these trails are so gorgeous, very well maintained. This is, in my opinion, the best way to see the park. I love riding horseback, and High Cliff is really open to people discovering it by horse, by hiking, by biking, you name it. You see all kinds of people on the trails here. Up next is a family that has fun here in a completely different way. Ever heard of geocaching?
I like geocaching because it's kind of like Pokemon Go in a way. You know, you go into the woods and it's kind of like a Pokestop, I guess.
You have your GPS and it'll tell you about how many feet you are from where the geocache is. And then when you get down to like 10 feet or less, you just kind of start looking around. And a lot of times it'll be in a tree. So you just kind of figure out what tree it is, and then
It's game on.
it's always who can get there first, who can find it, because it's like bragging rights are a huge deal in this family.
The thing I appreciate most about High Cliff State Park is just the variety and how the park really becomes 3 or 4 places all in one. Every time I've been out here, I seem to find something new and different. When it comes to cooking, you know, we certainly have a traditional brats and hamburgers, but we always will manage to have several meals that are a little more of a creation in themselves. With a Dutch oven and a Google search, you'd be quite surprised how many recipes you can find and how creative you can get. It really brings some of your more elaborate meals down to a very simple scale and something that you can still enjoy over a campfire.
Just some great scenery, some great views. It's just beautiful, fantastic place to walk and bike. And I really like just sitting by the fire and reading a book, relaxing. It takes away a lot of the outside distractions. You tend to focus more on your family and kids.
The kids grow up so fast, and these are hopefully opportunities that our children will take with them and remember and create again with their families down the road.
Explore High Cliff State Park for yourself. Visit discoverwisconsin.com for more.
Welcome back to Wisconsin's stunning state parks.
Right now we're at Patterson State Park, home to 2 majestic waterfalls, including Wisconsin's highest and the 4th highest east of the Rockies. And stepping down onto this incredible lookout, we see that highest waterfall in Wisconsin. I give you Big Manitou Falls. Now I'm on my way to visit Kevin Fine, who can tell me a lot more about both Pattison and Amnicon Falls State Parks. So Kevin, we got this beautiful view here. What's the difference between the two?
Well, obviously, Big Manitou Falls is our showpiece waterfall here at Pattison. And it certainly makes this property very, very unique, along with Little Manitou Falls, which is upstream by about a mile.
In between, along the Black River, you have Interfalls Lake. And the park was improved during the 1930s with CCC work, but it's actually dating back, I believe, to 1920. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, it was made a state park in 1920 thanks to a generous donation from Martin Pattison, and he didn't want the falls ruined. So he secretly actually bought 660 acres, and he donated to the state of Wisconsin in 1918, and it was made a state park in 1920.
And that's why it deserves to be called Patterson State Park.
Absolutely.
Now, let's visit with a family who's been enjoying this park for generations.
My kids are older now, they're in their 20s, and now we bring our grandchildren here. They want to stop and explore everything, and it's just a really good environment for them. So this is where we take people. They come visit, and I don't care what the weather is, we say, oh, let us show you our park. I love it that Pattison has created that kind of atmosphere where people can feel some ownership in the park and can feel that comfortable here. I would just encourage people to come out here because we frequent parks wherever we go, and this is one of the best. It is just top notch. And so I have mixed feelings about that. We kind of like having it to ourselves. We will share our park. We're willing because we think it's a wonderful place.
So along with all of that then, what are the waterfalls in particular I need to see at Amnicon?
There's 4 of them. So there's Upper Falls and Lower Falls. Now and Then Falls is right off the parking lot that you'll be parking in.
Now and Then Falls?
Now and Then, yes. It has an intermittent stream, so it only flows every now and then. Exactly. When you cross the Horton Bridge and go onto the island, it's a unique feature at Amnicon Falls. There's a large island there. It has some nice little overlooks with Snake Pit Falls. If you're looking for a nice rustic campground, Amnicon Falls certainly provides that. You'd have a very high quality experience there. And I would suggest walking some of the trails there because it's very, very pretty.
Both Pattison and Amnicon Falls are must-visit parks. This is something Chuck and Sandy Lemieux have known for 50 years.
Because of the fact that it's pretty basic, you get the camper's camper here at Amnicon. These are gems. They really are. And I've had people say to me, I just never knew it was so beautiful. You know, you can walk right up to the falls behind me, you can swim in them. Many times we brought our lawn chairs and just sit them in the water and read a book. The first time that we held hands was at Pattison Park. And she says that's the first time I told her I love you. And I suppose it is. But just to think that that was 50 years ago, basically what you see here is what's always been here. And I think it's something really special. And I'm glad that we don't take it for granted.
Who's ready for a road trip to swim in some waterfalls? Start your planning at discoverwisconsin.com.
Welcome back to Discover Wisconsin and a visit to one of Wisconsin's most popular state parks. Today we're in the northeastern part of the state at beautiful Peninsula State Park. I'll tell you, this should definitely be at the top of your list of things to see when you come to Door County. with Kelly Bruns, the Peninsula State Park Superintendent. Kelly, thanks for joining us today. We're here at Nicolay Beach, a beautiful place for people to come. A lot of families, too, like to come out to this spot.
People love Peninsula State Park. We offer a variety of recreational opportunities for families and everybody who comes to the park. We have an early 1800 historic lighthouse here at the park, and we have the Door County Historical Society providing tours for families and people when they come in. We have an amazing golf course built in 1921, the only golf course in the Wisconsin State Park system, and Eagle Panorama. It's a wonderful place in the park where you can be up on the Niagara Escarpment and view all of the waters of Green Bay and Eagle Harbor.
I had just an amazing day at Peninsula State Park, and now look at this. I'm out here on Lake Michigan with Mark Jackson with Wacky Walleye Guide Services. We're gonna do some fishing. What are we looking for today?
Well, today we're gonna go after some big Door County smallmouth.
All right, well, let's do some fishing.
Okay, let's do it.
There he comes.
All right, perfect, in the net. This right here is a Door County beauty.
It's my turn now.
It is,
Yeah,
all right.
now I gotta get one.
I'll let you catch one.
All right. Oh, yeah.
There we go, he's in the net.
Mark, this has been awesome. Thanks, buddy, I really appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Hey, I tell you what, I have certainly enjoyed myself out here at Peninsula State Park. Coming up, we're gonna take you to a family who's actually been coming here for 30 years.
We use our boat just about every day we're up here that the weather cooperates. And then it's a great day to beach it here over at Nicolay, so.
We always bring our friends to the park. We have to show them around. We tell them this is the jewel of Wisconsin. We spend time right here at Nicolay Bay with our boat. We'll anchor there for the day. You know, we'd barbecue and it would be just like this, basically.
Northern Sky Theater has been a part of our lives since it was Heritage Ensemble.
We've gone to that theater for probably 25 years now. And it's one of our favorite things to do. And, you know, my son actually proposed to his wife there.
And it was the longest play I think I've ever sat through there, you know, with the ring in my pocket. You know, all of a sudden they called me up. I was with my girlfriend, and, you know, it was her first time here. And they said, well, you know, should we call her up here? And I said, yeah, let's get her up here. And she came up, she was all cute. She had no idea what was going on, with the biggest smile on her face. And that's when it started to sink in and really, you know, hit me that, oh my God, I'm about to propose.
So they called me up on stage. I had no idea what was gonna happen. I thought it was just gonna be the end of the show, but then John ended up getting down on one knee and asking me to marry him. Of course I said yes. I couldn't believe it. The whole crowd was cheering us on. And
in my mind, I always thought it would be great to have a place where I could take my kids later and let them know where we got engaged, and Northern Sky was the perfect fit.
we love Northern Sky. It's so beautiful. We'll hold a special place in our heart. It was the perfect place to do it.
And the fact that it's in the North Woods is just unbelievable. You know, you can't get that anywhere else in the world.
Today, we've given you just a sample of the state parks you'll find in Wisconsin. And there is no doubt you'll want to put these on your bucket list. Plan your next adventure to a Wisconsin state park, and you'll be amazed at what's waiting for you.